Yeah, so it's been a while since we spoke about some nail tech drama on this channel. I was starting to think that there wasn't any more drama revolving around the nail world, but apparently we have some new stuff to talk about. And it all seems to be surrounding this company right here called OPI. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what OPI was before this situation, but from what I've gathered, OPI is obviously like a nail brand. They do sell stuff to the public, like nail polishes and whatnot, but they also have specific products that they only sell to like licensed nail techs. And what has happened recently, and there's a reason why I'm saying recently in quotation marks, but we'll get to that. Recently, OPI started selling this. It's a gel essentials kit, right? So it's a gel nail kit DIY thing that you can do at home. Now, as we'll see later in a bunch of videos, a lot of people have claimed that this isn't new at all, and OPI have been doing this for quite a while, and I guess have just like relaunched a product that they maybe haven't sold for a while. I'm not really sure, right? This isn't exactly my forte, you know, DIY at-home nail kits. But what I do know is that over on TikTok, there were some nail techs that weren't very happy with OPI selling this at-home kit. Now, the user who has definitely had the biggest videos on this topic, and it has sparked like the most response videos, is this user right here called Nails by Bethany. As we can see by bio, it says that she's a licensed nail tech / artist. Now, Bethany wasn't happy that OPI are selling these at-home kits, and she even goes as far to say that they've actually sold out.
So I never thought that we would see the day as licensed nail techs where OPI decided to finally sell out. They're now making at-home DIY gel kits for the average consumer.
Now, this video in particular has went massively viral over the past week or so. It's currently on 5.5 million views. And Bethany actually goes on to say that this is basically a big fuck you to all licensed nail techs.
Pretty much saying fuck you to the licensed professionals over the last 30 years who have made them filthy fucking rich. I'm beyond disappointed. I'm so sick of brands basically telling us to go fuck ourselves when we made them what they are as professionals.
And then Bethany ends the video by saying, like, why should we even have licensing if brands are just gonna do this?
Why are we doing this anymore? Why are we bothering even having licensing and having regulation if these brands are just not gonna follow suit and just give a middle finger to the rest of us?
Now, I think it's fair to say this video was pretty controversial. There was a lot of people who basically disagreed with Bethany's opinion, and if we look at the comment section here, there's a lot of comments like this one saying this is the nail version of the Walmart vintage heart cake, which I've got to be honest, when I did watch this video, it did remind me of that. If you remember, there was a situation where Walmart was selling this heart cake for pretty cheap, and there was a lot of like bakers who weren't very happy that Walmart were doing this because then people might buy that cake instead of their cake. There's more comments like this one saying, I bought an entire OPI gel kit with a light a decade ago, this isn't new. There's a lot of comments with stuff like this saying, nail techs got way too bold with their prices over the last couple of years. Same thing is happening with hair salons. We kept telling you that the greed was not worth it and it would catch up with you. And then there's also a lot of comments kind of like comparing it to other things and making some jokes here, like this one saying, I'm a landlord, when my tenant decides to buy their own home, I blame them for ruining my career. And another one here saying, as a cashier, I find the self-checkout so disrespectful. Oh, also, there is a lot of comments like this one here saying, this is satire, right? I mean, this has 62,000 likes. I don't think it is, because Bethany has like doubled down and kind of tripled down on this video since then, which we will get to. And in fact, in the second video, Bethany goes on to say that people are missing her point entirely.
Okay, so like everybody in my comment section is purposely misunderstanding what I'm trying to say because, ugh. This has nothing to do with you guys DIYing. We do not give a shit if you guys DIY your nails, okay? What I find ironic is that the same people complaining in my comment section about how nails are too expensive are like the same people in one of my videos earlier this year that were like, oh my God, like nail techs shouldn't be charging what they're charging anymore. They don't even use professional brands. They don't use pro-only brands. Everything that they use is off of Amazon, and they only use Kira Sky and all these cheap brands.
And then basically goes on to explain that if the professional products are no longer like professional nail techs only, then the nail techs are no longer going to be using professional products.
And then we sit there and we try to keep pro brands being pro brands so that people who are licensed professionals who can purchase those brands keep using those brands. Do y'all see what I'm saying? So like if the professional brands are no longer professional only brands, right? What are you guys going to complain about? You can't sit there and say that professionals don't use professional-only brands anymore if there are no longer any professional-only brands.
And again, if we look in the comment section, a lot of people disagree with Bethany. There's one of the comments here that has 24,000 likes. It says, oh, you were serious. Another comment here says, as a body waxer, get over it. Most professional wax bead brands are sold on Amazon and thousands of people use them. I'm still fully booked because I do a better job than my clients do at home. If you're good at what you do, people will continue coming to you for your service. Another comment here saying, what you're doing here is impacting your business far more than OPI. And then another comment saying, in quotation marks, do you see what I'm saying? Girl, no. Now, this ended up resulting in a lot of response videos. And you know, usually I say that, like, it ended up resulting in a lot of response videos. Genuinely, I have seen so many response videos to the original video. I'm obviously only going to show a few in this video. Like this one, for example, from Stephanie Renee Salas, who basically says that not everyone can afford $100 to go to a nail tech.
Hey Kim, people are dying. Not everyone can afford $100 every time they want to get their nails done. I'm pretty lucky that I've been able to set aside some time and some money. This is the one thing I like to do. I don't get my eyebrows done and I don't get my hair dyed or cut. I do it all myself. This is the one thing I like to do. But I'm lucky. Not everybody can do that. So why not give people a cheaper, more affordable, attainable way to be able to go home and make themselves feel beautiful? Just because you don't have $100 to spend every 2 weeks doesn't mean you don't deserve to feel pretty and have nice nails and nice things.
And then again, like we heard before, Stephanie goes on to say that these at-home gel kits from OPI aren't a new thing.
I had OPI gel kits in middle school, so I don't know what we're talking about that this is new. This feels definitely not new. Like I had the light and everything, so this is not new. Maybe they're just pushing it a little bit more and you didn't realize it. I'm not sure. I don't think we should be shaming people who want to do their own nails at home because they can't afford your services. And y'all were the ones saying, if you don't want to pay, professional prices, do it at home yourself. All right, I will. Thank you.
And then the final video we're going to look at is from a user called Yap Trapped. And this one's a bit different because she actually focuses on the fact that the OPI nail kit is apparently pretty basic and is something that you could get from a lot of different brands.
Okay, I'm legit confused as to why so many nail techs are freaking out about the OPI gel kit, okay? Like, I already made a video about my thoughts on this, but I thought, like, you know what? No one's actually looked up the freaking gel kit in question. It is the most basic gel kit I have ever seen. Nothing against you, OPI. I get that you want everybody to come in and buy each individual color. But people have been getting way cheaper gel kits with like 75 different colors for like the last decade. All you get is the base coat, the top coat, the gel lamp, prep pads, only 10 of them, cuticle pushers, and buffers. I thought when I Googled this, I would for sure be like, okay, like I understand what the people are making all these videos about and why everybody is saying that OPI sold out, but I'm legitimately so confused as to why this is any different than any gel kit anyone has ever seen. I guess that it just has OPI colors.
So yeah, as we can see, it seems like the general consensus is that a lot of people believe that, well, the original video, and I guess like some other nail techs who are also posting video with similar opinions, being like overly dramatic. Now, Bethany has since actually posted a new video where she kind of like tries to explain the point further.
Yeah, there are very few people getting the point. And here's the thing, if we want service prices to come down, brands need to lower their costs for us. Because right now, we don't get wholesale pricing anymore. We don't get brand discounts. We don't get anything as nail techs. We don't get any of that stuff. We used to. We used to be able to get wholesale pricing and all of that. That's how we kept our costs down. Can't do that anymore. So yes, do I think we're being sold out? Yeah, 100%. We are being sold out.
And then Bethany goes on to explain that she's been getting some like horrible, like disgusting messages, which of course is never okay. It should never get to that point, right? If you want to give your opinion on whether OPI doing this is a bad thing, then obviously fair enough, but it should never get to a point where people are sending like extremely hurtful messages.
And it was never about DIYing. If it was about DIYing, I would not have videos on my page for you guys to DIY stuff. All I need to happen is for you guys to do two things. One, stop leaving homophobic comments on my Pride Nail videos. Because why? Also, the death threats in my DMs need to stop. It's like you guys are at like an 11, you need to take it down to like a 4. Okay? Not sharing an opinion with somebody, totally fine. Leaving that type of hate, never okay. Like, I would never in a million years think about sending somebody a death threat over anything. Like, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, obviously, like I said, anyone leaving them comments is completely out of order. It should never ever get to that point. Now, this is the most recent update or video I've seen on this situation, so I would love to know your opinions based on everything that we've saw here. Do you feel like the original video was overdramatic? Do you understand what she was trying to say? What's your opinions on OPI selling these like at-home DIY nail kits in the first place? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. I was actually surprised to see like how viral this situation went, but I mean, it did, right? Original videos on 5.5 million views. It resulted in so many response videos of people giving their opinions. It became a pretty controversial topic. But yeah, like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like on it, subscribe if you are new. Also, if you're interested in some other content, me and Emily have a channel where we play games, react to reality shows, stuff like that. So if you're interested in any of that, that's always linked in the description down below. And yeah, until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.